You know, sometimes you're satisfied because you just don't know what you don't know. But when you find out something, it can change the way you think. And that's what happened with this Kukri, the 3 Chira. And I got this from Knivesbyhand, from Frank. Incredible knife. I've done a review on this knife. Just unbelievable. Well, it spoiled me. So now I had to go with this Panawal dotted, which is a little bit smaller. But not only that, the Mini Prince, which is like a beautiful, perfect knife. Here they are laid out. The 3 Chira, of course, is a 12-inch blade. This Panawal dotted is a 10-inch blade. And then we go down to the Mini Prince, which is an 8-inch blade. I find these great for different tasks around the house. In fact, this is more of your traditional war type or attack blade that the Kukri is so well known for. In fact, Ghurka warriors all around the world are just respected because of their ferocity. These are purported to take off a man's head with one swipe. This is, though, the knife that most of the people of Nepal use as a regular workhorse with the 10-inch blade, the Panawal dotted. And then this is an excellent camp knife, great to have on your side, and I love the knife. Even though this is the smaller of the bunch, it still sports that super thick 1/4 inch spine. And all of these are made from carbon steel. They're all made in Nepal. Now, one of the things you'll notice with this, how the shine is so nice. I have yet to use this. We're going to do some testing with it, with this little Panawal dotted. This Chiri 3, you've seen me using it on video, and I've used it a lot since. In fact, I cleared out a large field and built part of my area to go camping in down below our house on our property using this knife. So you can see there is some wear on it, but this thing is just incredible. Of course, the review on that I've already got, so we're going to focus more on these two itself. These are the sheaths. They do sport the metal tip on the end, which helps with the blade, and it's just the traditional look. Now, one of the things about the Panawal dotted especially are these two small knives, which that's traditionally with the Nipponese, and one of them is going to be dull for honing your knife, to use as a fork, a stabbing fork, or just to not mess up your blade. And the other one is going to be more sharp to use as a smaller knife to be able to cut and to peel and to carve. And these knives are put here just to give you a well-rounded selection of knives. On the Mini Prince, there are no smaller knives, and a lot of that has to do with just being a smaller knife itself. But to be honest with you, if I'm going to go out in the field, I definitely want to have this little Mini Prince. It's just handy and it's fairly lightweight. Of course, this does weigh 1 pound and 2 ounces. So it's hefty and it'll get the job done. And that's one of the reasons why I've been spoiled. Of course, it's full tang, as you can see, but also the spine is so thick. It's excellent for batoning. Now, the heft of this knife, this Panawal dotted, you know, this is about the size you're going to have out in the field to use for firewood, etc. So we're going to take a look. This is a pretty hard piece of wood. This is really going to give you something to burn on your fire, and it'll break it up to where you can really get the fibers. Incredible. This thing is up to the task. Just take a look at that spine. That blade's still as shiny as can be. Now we're going to take Mini Prince, and this has nothing to do with the royal wedding, of course. But what we can do is, and these knives are very sharp, by the way, so you want to be very careful when you're using them, because just as it does to this wood, it can also do it to your hand. This will give you a lot of kindling, a lot of smaller pieces to get a fire started. Of course, you can take a bigger piece and really... Doesn't take long to have a lot of wood for the fire. Excellent camp knife. Again, spine, just incredible thickness. And these things are durable. Now, these are definitely user knives. You take these, they're tools, and they're great for any task. I mean, just the sheer strength of these knives lends itself to doing hard work. And you know, if you have things you do around the house, if you're out in the field, it really is nice to have some of these kind of tools that can get the job done. Now I have some trees, some small trees down here that I've been preparing for a new garden patch, and these trees are as straight as can be. Good hardwood, and you know, I like to take some of them out without pulling out the chainsaw or whatever. So let's take a look. Okay, we're going to take down one of these. I'd say this is probably about 5 inches, maybe 4.5 to 5 inches in diameter. We want it to fall in this direction. The heft and the swing you get out of this is just incredible. You can feel the power behind this blade. Yeah, that is one more knife. Of course, for the mini prints, we're going to go a little bit smaller. Not that it can't cut the big one. Probably about 2.5 inches. This one could have taken that bigger one. I was just too tired to do it. For those of you who are consider themselves maybe tree huggers, this wood's going to a good purpose. It's going to dry out, and I'm going to use it for kindling and also to burn. So no worries, no waste. I have had a lot of feedback from guys that have bought knives from Knives by Hand. And Frank Gonzalez is just an incredible guy, an excellent knife maker. He learned how to hand forge knives from the men from Nepal, from Ghurkas. So he has a really close relationship with those guys. He does import them, but the prices seem cheaper if you order directly through you know, the Kukri house. But once you pay the shipping and everything, Frank has his prices on his website as delivered, and he guarantees they will be cheaper, but still the exact same quality. One of the things you want to stay clear of, though, are knives made in China or in Pakistan or India. The Kukris were made in Nepal. That's where they came from. The Ghurkas are the ones who make these knives from Nepal, from the Kukri house. And Frank actually gets them directly from the Kukri house. But one of the things about Frank from Knives by Hand is he has his own designs that are pretty cool. In fact, he's got a couple of new ones right now that are just phenomenal. So check out his website at Knives by Hand, and of course I'll have the link and everything below. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic. What I think I like most about these knives, this is the ultimate zombie defense blade. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I did this earlier with the Kukri. In fact, I cut this one down with them little bitty knives.